Hello, hi, welcome back. Today we are unboxing and testing my new Kiki London lamp. It's 96 watts, so the most powerful LED lamp I've had. It'll be nice to see how it compares to my previous LED lamps, and I hope you're ready for some ASMR in this video. The box doesn't look in the greatest condition, but it was double wrapped, so I'm still pretty confident. Here are some of the features that I looked into, because one of the reasons I bought this lamp is to cure my new gel system that I have selected. I know there's a huge debate in the nail industry about sticking to or not sticking to the same brand lamp as you do gel system or gel polishers. I'm not going to get into it, but if you have any questions, I will try my best to answer them. My background is actually in science separate to nails, so they're not going to sway me anyway. And when I say background, that includes a degree. Some more satisfying sounds coming your way. This is one thing I'm very pleased about, and when I show you my old plug, you'll know why in a moment. Hope you also enjoyed the humming noise of my fish tank, the filter. I'm so used to it, so I filter that out. It's not very loud anyway, to be fair. And it's a great centrepiece to a living room, or any room for that matter. Here is the user manual, very straightforward, so it's only like 2 pages long, 2 really tiny pages, or 3, 2.5, same thing. And we're plugging it in. Cord isn't super long, but you can always use an extension like what I have here. And I'm going to plug it in. Very sensitive buttons. I'm used to like some push buttons. This is some fancy like touchscreen display thing. The light is pink. Oh my gosh. Now this is a cord from my LKE lamp, which I haven't even had very long, and prior to this the exact same thing happened to a Sun UV LED lamp. So that is a fire hazard now, exposed wire, cannot use. I know you can replace them, but it is very frustrating, and that is why I've now bought this lamp. And as my dad always says, you buy cheap, you buy twice. So I've invested in a proper lamp now. And if you look back on one of my really old videos where I compare the Miley lamp to, I think it might be a Sun UV, the old Miley style, even though I probably wouldn't use something like that anymore, has got a really strong cord like this. I think it might be worth brand specifying, because although I have bought this one thinking it's ultimately going to be a better lamp, I was actually unsure whether the cord was going to be another flimsy one or not, so I've been a bit lucky really. What I have on my ring finger and my thumb at the moment is my new gel, the one that I was saying hopefully my lamp is compatible with, After researching, it looks like it will be, but we're going to test that out in the next video. For now, I'm going to show you how it works with a couple of gel polishers. Never ever do I cure anything for 30 seconds, even if it's clear coat, so even if it's a base gel or a top coat. So with this lamp being more powerful, I'm going to see if it can cure this in 30 seconds. We'll see how it goes. We have encountered a bit of an issue, a bit of fluff, but I'm going to show you how to work it all the way down and get rid of it like so. I should have really wiped it with a lint-free wipe, and if this was for a swatch, which I could have actually used for a swatch because it's a new colour, so I mean, I've done myself an injustice there. This is what it looks like after one coat, and we're putting it in the lamp, remember 30 seconds. As I was saying, if this is for a client or your nails or your display nails, maybe wipe them with a lint-free wipe, or you can use a brush just to get rid of any dust and things that are still on, which clearly happened to me just then, but we fixed it. Now, for this Stunning Yellow by Miley, I am going to cure for the standard 60 seconds that I cure for. Not my lips working their way into the video. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing. I'm not a tech person, so whilst in iMovie, couldn't even get the name then, whilst in iMovie I tried to crop it, it didn't work, and I can't be dealing with faffing, so we're here for the nails, we can just ignore that. In goes the yellow, as we said, for a minute. And then we're going to utilise our time by starting to paint the second coat onto the pink nail. Also, quick tip, I always do this, and I thought, watching it back, other people might think, what is she doing? But sometimes you're brushing away and you don't even notice the blob of gel polish that's about to fall off your brush, which has happened to us all. Instead of dipping it back in the pot, use that, swipe that back onto the nail, and you've got product. And you avoid that drippy mess. On your natural nails or acrylics, whatever you're doing, this would be it. But because it's on a see-through swatch, a clear swatch, they always look really faint, so I'm going to put a third coat on just to show you what it would or should look like. First coat of the yellow complete. Now, also if you're doing it for swatch sticks, so like your display, these have got some horrible shape on the end, so I'd normally file it. I haven't used these for ages, probably why I've just gone ahead and put the colour on and then realised. I think it's a tad bit harder for you to see from the camera as well as I can see, obviously being there live, but the pink seems to have cured a bit duller than it has on my nail here, my thumbnail, that's also pink, and it's the same colour, it's the same shade, it's the same exact polish. So I think the 30-second cures, I'm still not convinced, even with the more powerful lamp, because the yellow seems to be going much better. Sorry, I'm comparing the shapes again because this swatch stick is just not filed to a proper point. It's just weird. So I've gone and grazed my lamp with gel polish. Now I'm going to get a wipe and wipe it before I cure, because we know that lamps get really messy with the gel polish and then it's quite difficult to get out, and then you're using acetone to try and get it out. Because it's brand new, I just want to be careful, and they just don't look great when they've got loads of polish on. They look quite disgusting. Right, sorted. That was actually a bit of a distraction because I'm putting the pink back in and it's been cured. So we're doing another coat and leaving the yellow in for another 60 seconds. Right, I'm there. Right, so for your benefit, because you already know what it looks like, I've skipped me painting on the pink. That's the third coat done though, so that's going to go in. I'm actually doing that for 60 seconds. I mean, I tried and I've abandoned the 30 seconds already. Again, 3 coats probably not necessary, but with it being on a swatch stick, it just looks really see-through. It still looks see-through after 3, to be honest, so it never looks as good as what it looks like on an actual nail, in my opinion. I know it works for some, but it's a no to the 30-second cures for me. It just looks a bit duller than it usually does. Still got to top coat it though. It may look as if it rescues it too, however, if you do that on your nails or someone else's, they probably won't even last as long, so because they haven't been cured properly. So I'm going to go ahead and stick to the 60-second cures. Saying that, there probably is a brand of gel polish that will cure in 30 seconds in this lamp. They're all ever so slightly different. Not as different as they make out and try and make you get a completely different lamp that's over £200 for a specific brand. But anyway, this is the top coat. We are top coating with CJP. I've done it again, haven't I? The reason why different ones would cure at different times is because of the dual light source. So this is compatible, so they say, with quite a few gel polishers, but they all, like I said, slightly differ. Again, emphasis on slightly though. I don't want it to sound contradictory. Where they might cure at slightly different times, I just don't feel that when brands say, oh, our lamp is the only one that cures our brand, that's just not true. I said I wasn't going to get into the debate, didn't I? But I have had 2 lamps that had the same watts, the same nanometers, so the same wavelength, and the same number of LED lights inside the lamp, but one of the brands would have said, this is the only one to cure our brand. That's obviously not true. You've put a different logo on it. Anyway, just to specify that this top coat is non-wipe. I know people still like to wipe after with acetone, but they seem to be tack-free, so all done. Let's hope I'm not eating my words and I don't have to buy a £200 lamp, because we're going to put the lamp to the real test in the next video when I use it to attempt to cure my new Builder Gel polish. So, thank you for watching and I'll see you there.